Hi everyone, I'm Seva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the foods that you should avoid if you're breastfeeding and also some foods that are now back on the menu now that you're not pregnant anymore. But before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Alright, let's get into it. So if you haven't seen them already, definitely make sure to check out my other two videos on the pre-pregnancy or fertility diet and the 6 foods that you have to eat if you want to try to get pregnant. And I'll link them up right here if you haven't seen them already. So now that you're breastfeeding, there's definitely way more that you can eat and drink than when you were pregnant. But first, I'm going to get into the foods that you should avoid when you're breastfeeding. Then I'll get into all the good ones that you can eat now. Now, number 1 is going to be excessive caffeine intake. Now, I know. You just had a baby and you're probably going to need a ton of caffeine to just stay up and functioning and just be awake. So I'm not telling you you have to cut out caffeine altogether, but you don't want you or your baby to be feeling jittery or not be able to get any sleep or just be irritable. So caffeine, that's going to be everything, your coffee, your tea, your sodas, even chocolate. So I would say about 300 milligrams a day or less is going to be safe for both you and your baby. So that's going to be like 1 or 2 cups of coffee or tea or both, whatever, a day, and you'll be fine. Number 2 is going to be fish that are high in mercury. Now this isn't a new one here. So these are going to be the same guidelines that you're going to want to follow from when you were pregnant to now when you're just breastfeeding. So when it comes to your tuna, 8 to 12 ounces of light canned tuna is going to be okay, but you don't want to exceed that. And number 3 are going to be your herbal supplements. So the thing with herbal supplements is that there just really isn't enough research to determine how it's going to affect your baby while you're nursing, and there's no regulation by the FDA either, so it's best to just kind of try to steer clear of those just until after you're done breastfeeding. Definitely please always consult your doctor before you decide to take any herbal supplements or breastfeeding teas or herbal teas or anything that you guys see online, on Amazon, on Instagram, wherever you guys see. Definitely consult your doctor first. You're definitely going to want to stick to reliable brands here that we already have research on and the same types of flavors that you typically see. So this would be like a peppermint or a raspberry, rose hip, or my favorite, chamomile. Just make sure you're always reading your labels and everything like that just to make sure nothing's been added in or snuck in there that you're not noticing. So now we're going to get into the foods that are definitely okay to eat now that you're breastfeeding and you're not pregnant anymore. And I did touch on this a little bit in my other video, but I'm going to expand a little bit here. So number 1 is going to be your raw fish, so that's going to include your sushi and your oysters, stuff like that. Number 2 is going to be your unpasteurized soft cheeses. Number 3 are your cold cuts, and number 4 are your pink or even red meats. And the last one is alcohol. Now that's going to be the one that I'm going to expand on a little bit here today. So yes, technically you can drink now that you're not pregnant anymore and you're just breastfeeding, but you still want to do it in moderation. You don't want to go crazy here because the alcohol definitely can find its way into your breast milk and you don't want to be giving that to your baby. So you're always going to want to make sure that you're nursing first and then you can have a drink after. Babies eat first. Ideally, you're going to want to wait about 4 hours if you can. That way you give the alcohol enough time to metabolize. So moderation is definitely key here. You don't want to deprive your baby at all of your good breast milk, and you definitely want to make sure they're feeding first. You don't want to be changing the flavor or anything of your breast milk due to the alcohol. But it's awesome now because now you can just test your milk. They have milk screens where you can just test a strip and see how much alcohol is in there. If there's alcohol detected, that way you can just toss that little bottle or pouch of breast milk that you pump, so you don't have to give that to your baby. That's also why it's definitely a good idea to, if you can, have milk on hand in the fridge, in the freezer, whatever, so you always have a backup just in case. But that's all I have for this video today, you guys. I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something new. If you did like it, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. I will be checking. If I get more views and subscribers, I'm going to be upset. But as always, if you want to get my exclusive nutrition tips, healthy food recommendations, and delicious recipes right to your inbox, then make sure to just head over to my description box, click the link, and join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.